Whew, warm. Hey everyone, I hope you're all really well. I know I look naked, I promise I'm not. This is just quite zoomed in because I'm showing you products today, empty products in particular. I'm currently moving out of my university room. I'm going tomorrow. And I realised I had a big stash of empty products underneath my bed, which I hadn't shown you, plus loads which I found in my drawers. So I've got like this whole basket worth, plus some other bottles. So I'm going to get into it straight away. But if you haven't, please do subscribe, check out my Instagram and my, not my Snapchat, my Twitter, that's the other one. Super fish. So to start with, I've got 2 bottles of my Cellular, well, empty my Cellular water now. I have got the Garnier one and the Simple one. Oh, very quickly, I'm not going to have time to do cutaways, so I'm literally just going to have to bin this after this video and I'm moving out, so that's why I am so close to my own face. So I'm just going to kind of do this so you can see them and autofocus is on, so hopefully it's fine. Anyway, these are both retail around like, I don't know, I feel like I always buy them on offer. I think they're like £3-4, maybe less, more in America. Out of the 2 of them, I'd prefer Garnier. I know a lot of people prefer Simple. I think Simple is very good at getting off my face, my eye makeup. This, however, I just feel like cleanses me a little bit more. You get a lot more product in this. Yeah, you do get a lot more product. This is the OG micellar water as well. It says it goes for 200 uses, which I just don't think is true if you're wearing like heavy makeup. It probably gets off your face, but not heavy makeup. This one doesn't say. But yeah, I feel like this didn't really do as much for my skin as this did, although this one claims to be more for skin. I just like to use my cellular waters to remove makeup rather than actually use them as skin treatment because I don't think they do enough. I did write a review on all of the like drugstore ones I could find, which I will leave below in my blog. Next up, really boring, is the Nivea Beautiful Underarms Deodorant. So I've got this because a few years ago, I think it was Nivea, did a minimising hair for your underarms. And I really like that product, but I think they've stopped running it now. So this is Permanent Beauty one. It says 48 hours. This is the worst, one of the weakest deodorants I've tried. It smells okay. Guess my underarms, it kind of did stop growth. Looked like it lightened it a little bit, but it just isn't strong enough, and I'm not a particularly sweaty person. I'm rattling through these quite quickly because there is a lot. Mascara from Lancome, Hypnose Doll's Eyes. This is the waterproof one, which is a massive mistake. It is so difficult to get off. Do not opt for the waterproof one unless you actually need to use a waterproof one. This is a lovely mascara. Lancome kill it with their mascaras. I love Hypnose and Diffinels. I thought I'd go for this one because it kind of seemed to be in between. I'm not sure if it's the same formula in a different brush. I love it. It's a really, really good mascara, but I still prefer the other ranges. I think this is about £20, which is the same. Next up, just a random hair product. It's very rare I get through a whole hair product. I think this lasts me about 2 years. Anyway, the Catwalk Root Boost. This is amazing. I absolutely love it. I love the smell. I love straightening my hair and popping it through to give it some volume, but it doesn't make it frizzy. I find sometimes with volume it makes it like a little bit frizzy or sticky. This is just amazing. It is one of my favourite hair products. Not even for styling, but just putting through your hair, and I think it is incredible and you should try it if you haven't already, and I will reorder this when my spending ban is over. This is the second hair product and I did not finish this. I've had it for absolutely years, but I spilled it. And this is Bedhead Control and Control Freak Serum. I think it's like the same brand as TIGI. I really, really like this as well. I think they're great for hair products. This really does smooth my hair. If I'm in a hurry, and now my hair's quite long, it doesn't really fit me as much, but when it was a bit shorter it was a bit of a nightmare because it was running around this length. It wouldn't straighten properly. If I just let it dry, it would just have a few kinks in, but if I didn't have time to straighten it, I would just pop this on afterwards. It doesn't make your hair greasy, which is amazing because I feel like most serums do, and it really, like, your hair just really absorbs it. And this is amazing. So much product, lasts me for so long. I'm gutted as well. Okay, actually now I've got 5 foundations to show you. Well, 1 CC cream and 4 foundations. So let's start. This is NARS Sheer Glow, and this is like 2 Mont Blanc. I love this foundation. I'm currently using the Luminous, and I can't decide which one I like more. Like, I really, really like both of them. Maybe this one just has the edge, especially around this time of year, but I think it's fantastic. It's a really, really good match for my skin. They have such a good range. The only thing is I feel like you might get more product with NARS, the other one, NARS Luminous. But yeah, this is such a good product. I don't really know what else to say about it. I feel like everyone's harped around it on YouTube. It does give you a really good coverage without feeling heavy, and really kind of just looks like your skin but better. Next up is the Lancome Ultra 24. This is in the lighter shade, I think, 005. This is just amazing. Like, it controls shine, it lasts all day. I love how it makes my skin look. I'm actually wearing it now with a new bottle. I can't rate these enough. They brought out loads of new shades since I got this one, and they last for so long. The smell of it is like really nostalgic for me because it was one of my first higher end foundations other than matte, and I think it's amazing. I love the glass bottle, I love everything about it. This is good. If you haven't tried it, do. It's oil free, so I feel like it's good for all skin types as well, because I really am combination skin. Like sometimes I'm oily, sometimes I'm dry, and this just works perfectly on my skin whatever. And if you don't like powder, I feel like it's one of the few foundations, if you're not particularly oily, you can get away without wearing powder. This next up is the MAC Match Master one. I bought this, one of the darker ones when I fake tanned, and then I like the darker version, so I bought the lighter version. I don't like the lighter version. I don't know if the formula's different, but I found like it really oxidizes. It's meant to be a match master, but it doesn't match my skin, even though this is my shade, like I am yellow, lightest shade. They don't do like the typical NC, NW in these. They do 1, 2, 3, 4, which I think maybe let them down, especially as it's meant to be a proper match master. They should have gone more specifically with the changes. A lot of people talk about this breaking them out. It didn't break me out, but after using a slightly lighter foundation, like the two I just spoke about, I realised how heavy this was, and how actually, considering how heavy it was, it didn't give as much coverage. So unfortunately, I will not be repurchasing this one again. And finally, this is the La Mer, the £70 one. I did not buy this. I acquired it through very weird means. I didn't steal it. I know that sounds like I did, but I can't be bothered to go into it. It's a really good foundation. This is the lightest shade, and it's still a little bit too dark for me, which isn't great considering it's so expensive, and it's La Mer. I think this sort of the selling point is it's probably meant to be skincare as well within a foundation. Yes, it looks beautiful. Would I ever buy it for £70? 100% no. Like the Lancome one and the NARS ones are just as good, if not better. I feel like when you buy these things, you're sort of buying into the price tag and the story behind it. So yeah, but it is a good foundation, not a lot of shades, gives a really dewy finish. Like nothing, I have to say, nothing I've tried would ever make me look as dewy, but also not oily as this does. But I haven't tried the Giorgio Armani, is it the silk finish one or the luminous finish one, which I reckon is probably similar, if not the same as this. And finally, the CC cream, or not finally, there's still loads of products, but the CC cream I was talking about was the Cargo HD Picture Perfect. Now, I don't know if you've only tried anything from Cargo, but I've tried a lot of their products and they are really hit and miss. However, their face makeup, I think that eye makeup they slack on, but their face makeup, they know how to do a decent base. This is the best CC cream ever, in my opinion. It's not very tinted, it smells amazing, it gives like a really good coverage, and you can see as it comes out all the different light reflecting particles, so like the greens, the purples. I would say this is more on the purple side. It's kind of like purpley with like little green hints in, but yeah, you put it on, and honestly, like during this type of weather, obviously I'm filming today so I wear a foundation, I will just wear this during this type of weather. I don't want to wear a foundation. It feels moisturising, it has SPF 20 in it, and I think it's really good. This is light, but like I can use it when I'm lightest, when I'm tanned as well. So really, if you're also like want a summer product where your colour keeps changing because of the sun, this is bomb. Yeah, that's it slightly more closer up so you can see, but I really, really, really like this. I can't actually rave about this enough, and although it's not that big, it's a very thin, so it goes a long way, and this has lasted me a very long time. Luckily I have a backup too. So we have concealers now. The first one is the Wake Me Up Rimmel, and these are like really cheap, probably like the cheapest ones out there in the market, which this is the shade Ivory, probably too dark for me for a concealer to highlight, but good for spots. However, because of the sort of the Wake Me Up feel of it, it should be for under the eyes, and it doesn't brighten under my eyes. Having said that, still a very good concealer, really like long lasting, not as high coverage. It's not meant to be for like the cakey highlighty look, it literally is just meant to cover and kind of, but it still makes your skin look like skin, which I like about it. I really like the foundation, prefer the foundation to the concealer, but I still think as far as drugstore concealers go, this is pretty up there. On the other complete end of the spectrum is the NARS Cream Radiant. I think I got this when I got the foundation. This is in the lighter shade, Chantilly. This is the best in my opinion. I will always buy this when I have the money. I've got another concealer at the moment. I tried the double wear one instead. I think this is so good. The only thing I have to say about it is I feel like you don't get as much product as you should considering how much you pay for it. Bigger packaging, or it should be easier to get out, because I feel like there's loads of product in there which I can't get with the dofa it comes with, even though I have tried to like swivel it around lots of times. And I'm filming with natural light, by the way, which is why I keep changing colour. But yeah, this is amazing. great shade range, great coverage, again without feeling cakey. If you want full coverage, like your best ever look, get the NARS Radiant Concealer. I can't see anything being better. It doesn't make you cakey, and it really, under my eyes, it covers, and also I don't know how well you can see it. I've got a bit of a line here on my nose, and so far this is the only thing I've ever found which covers it. Same with my moles. I'm currently using the Estee Lauder Double Wear one, and it doesn't still fully cover it, but it feels a lot heavier. Although I do still like that concealer, I just think this tops it. And the Cargo One Base, this is disgusting now. I have no idea what happened to him. I got wet and the thing maybe shuddered. This is shade 1, and the idea is you can use that as a foundation as well as a concealer. I try to use that foundation. It's really quite heavy. I wouldn't use it unless you have really severe skin problems, or maybe you do drag, or or you're a man that wears makeup and find that you need to cover up a little bit more. That's what I recommend it for, or like you're on the catwalk or something like that. But I really like this. You have so much product in there, which is so good. I do think it's a really good product. Again, I would recommend this as a concealer. It works really well. Only thing is, it might be, again, this might be just a little bit too dark for me for lighting, but like covering up, I think it's wonderful. Even though it looks as though I haven't treated it with respect, I promise you I have. It's really good, and you get so much product. It lasts such a long time, which is something I would speak a lot higher for than these two concealers. That is my biggest problem with all concealers. They just don't last long enough, because I tend to use quite a lot. I feel like the way people use concealers now is very different to just like covering up spots. They use it for a lot more, but the concealer packaging and sizing hasn't really changed with that, so which is why I really like this. Kind of another concealer product, and also from Cargo, is Cargo Jet Lag. This is like the HUUUGEEE Clearout. I really don't like this. This is like the only base product I've tried from theirs which I don't like. Probably not quite the right shade for me. I feel like it doesn't really highlight. I really like the packaging on it. It says it's concealer, but I feel like it's maybe more of a corrector. I definitely couldn't use this by itself if I wanted to conceal under my eyes, which is mainly where my concealing happens. A couple of eyeliners now. To start with, they're all drugstore. So to start with is the Super Cat one from Soap and Glory. This is like tenner, I think. That it's got like quite a thick nib on it. Really like it. Really easy to use. Only thing is, I find like it dries up quite quickly. So for like the first maybe 2 weeks it'll be jet black, and then after that it goes a bit grey. So maybe again that's not enough product, or it hasn't got a ball in it, which I feel like you need a ball to kind of keep it fresh. So even though there's product left in it, when I put it on, it just doesn't look as good, so there's no point in me keeping it. And it looks like it's running out, even though I don't think it is, if that makes sense. I'm so sorry for my voice, I'm so croaky. And then the L'Oreal Super Liner, same issue. It's the same felt tip. This is slightly thinner, really good control. Oh, maybe this isn't finished. I haven't used this for a while. This just came out on it. It just dries quite light. I really like L'Oreal eyeliners and mascaras, but this one, I don't know, it's been quite a while since I've used it, and I think towards the end, because it wasn't very good, I just have bad memories of it. But I do actually think when I bought this, it was pretty good and very easy to do your liner with. It is easy to use, but doesn't last that long. And then the next one, which I will speak very highly of, again, this is a slightly different one. It's a liquid one, so one like that. Super thin. I wouldn't use it in a hurry, definitely. Maybe could even work being a little bit thicker, maybe more like the pen thick, but same formula. Lasts for ages, stays back on the eye all day, fantastic for that. Yeah, I really, really rate this. And the thinness, if you have time, makes it better to create looks. And it's matte liquid liner, and it really is. It doesn't have like that lacquer look, some do. I quite like this product. Actually, I will repurchase this. This was only £5 as well. Arguably, I would say probably the best liquid. I don't say that excited about it, but I am. I think it's the best liquid eyeliner on the drugstore market. I really like it. A couple of skincare products now. Again, sort of, I would say each drugstore, mid-range, and then really high range. So I'll start off with the high range and work down. The high range one I have is the Belief Serum. It's very nice. It feels very nice on the skin, but I have to say I didn't notice any real noticeable difference with me using it. I mean, my skin is pretty good anyway. I'm only 21, so it's not like I'm trying to correct anything. I mean, I've got a few lines up here, but this is an anti-wrinkle. Yeah, it's really nice. It says it's meant to prevent oil and shine whilst reducing the appearance of pores. I feel like the only thing that made me feel was hydrated, and I'm feeling that with all my serums at the moment. I feel someone of my age does not need to start using, well, I've used serums to hydrate, but I don't need to use for any other problem. I just don't really feel the difference or see the difference on my skin. So I feel like I should just buy a drugstore one. I really don't think I saw anything with oil and shine or pores, and I did use it consistently, and it was hella expensive. I bought it when I was in New York and I think it was around $50. So yeah, a lot of product. Plastic packaging, which isn't actually great. I don't know what made me buy this. Like, I hadn't seen anyone talk about it or anything. I used it in my skin routine because it felt really nice on my skin. Longevity wise, what it's done for my skin, can't say I've noticed it. It ranges as a freebie. It's the Lancome, oh, it really does not like that. It's the Lancome Energy DB, and I think this smoothing and glow boosting liquid care. I think this is also the serum which I'm currently using. And the same thing goes, if not more, for this product. I really find it just hydrates my skin. The only thing I would say with the Lancome one is it doesn't really promise anything. It's a really cool green packaging. Not this, the actual product, but other than that, like, I really have buyer's regret on that range. I bought both 2 products from that range, and I just feel like their normal range is so much stronger. I guess I have some dry skin, but it's not like crazy dry, so I don't know what it would do for crazy dry, but even with crazy dry skin, I just don't feel like it's strong enough to deal with it. Yeah, I feel like it's probably for more younger skin for my age range, but I feel if it's designed for that, then I may as well just buy a drugstore one. Not a serum, but a moisturiser, and I flipping love this product. It's the Sebamed, what's it called? Anti-Dry Day Defense Cream. Oh my goodness. So I had retinol experience recently. My whole skin was flaky. This was the lifesaver. It is so thick, it's lovely. It does feel like something you are prescribed, if that makes sense, for like skin problems. So if you're on retinol or maybe having like severe acne treatment or something like this, I know you have to keep moisturising. What was it called? I forget what the medication's called, but I know I've had plenty of friends who've had it. They have obviously very dry skin with it. I really think this is worth a try. It's so cheap. It's so cheap. It's like, I think like way under £10. Maybe it's even £5. It's lasting for ages. It's such a thick, creamy product. Works great as a primer as well. Obviously, it just like, because it's so thick, it just goes over your pores and it just feels so nice on your skin. I cannot recommend Sebamed Anti-Dry Day Defense Cream enough. I need to actually get some. Okay, very nearly finished actually. This is going by a lot quicker than I thought. I had 2 mascaras. One, the Benefit They're Real. I love the Benefit They're Real. Like, I don't actually like much from Benefit at all as a brand. I'm not particularly keen on them for various reasons, which I will not go into for this video. But their Real mascara is bomb. Like, it is so good. I didn't think anything would rival my Lancome mascara, and to be honest, I do think they do give different looks. I know that sounds silly, but this is so good. Like, if you haven't tried it, I really would recommend it. It's got a rubber wand, which I find is better for non-clumping. It has like this spiky thing at the end. It does last a while, and it really just does everything you want to your lashes. Volumizes, lengthens, curls them as well, which is good because I find when most mascaras volumize, it just doesn't curl them, but this one really does. I can't pick this mascara up enough. They really did do the most with it. But then this is kind of almost a dupe for the same thing. Is the drugstore dupe, the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. Amazing. I think this is so good. This was so loved. I love it on bottom lashes, on top lashes. It just lengthens your lashes, and oh, it's so beautiful. It's non-clumpy. Or if you want to make it clumpy, you can layer it up, so it can be. But honestly, my eyelashes just never ever have looked so good with a drugstore one. A lot of people I know really like this product, especially for length, like length and separation as well. I'm fanning. So good. Actually, I really do want to restock on this because I think it's brilliant. Oh no, I missed the foundation. Okay, I missed the foundation because it's disguised as it's a clippy one. This is actually a South Korean brand called VDL. It was gifted to me by Sydney to You. I met with her like this time around last year. It is a cushion foundation, but it's a lot thicker than most cushion foundations. It's really high coverage. You would have pressed that when it worked, when it had plucked, and then it would come up, and it did have a cushion. I have no idea what that's gone. But yeah, it really reminded me of Rimmel's Wake Me Up, but a bit thicker. I really like it. I have no idea if I can get hold of it. I know if you have a few South Korean beauty watchers. So yeah, that's a metal cushion foundation. I did really like it. Beautiful for the summer because it made your skin feel really refreshed and very dewy, which I really liked that actually. I do really like this product. Okay, so this is an illuminator, a highlighter from Primark. This is the PS Illuminate Skin Brightening Cream. I love this, and they completely stopped selling it. Like, I've looked in I think 2 Primarks, maybe 3, and I just haven't seen it. And if I had, I would have picked up 3 just out of fear these were going to go out of stock again. These are £2.50. I loved it alone. It is really like illuminating, so you can mix it with stuff. You've got to be careful to put it in the right places because it kind of has those of pinks and oils, and pinks and greens. It always looks a little bit like oil. Like, when I say oily, I don't mean like sweat, I mean like oil on the ground because it's got the different colours in. I wonder if you'll be able to see that. That's kind of gross, sorry. You can't really see all the colours there, but yeah, it picks up pink really nicely, so it's beautiful on the cheekbones instead of blush. If you're pink based skin, then it's really good as a like base as well, like all mixed in with foundation. I love this, it smelled amazing, it made my skin feel beautiful. I really wish they still did this. Another Primark product is this contour foundation stick. Kind of was meant to swivel out, but I love to use this as a contour stick. I recently spoke about this in another shade in my Primark beauty video, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. You can watch that and see what I thought. Go with a lip product. I like very rarely ever finish lip products, but this one I feel like is pretty much done. This is the Bare Minerals Marvellous Moxie, and it's a lip plumping. Works beautifully, really minty, kind of feels like you're tingling quite a bit. Bare Minerals don't get that much recognition on YouTube. I haven't actually shopped to them that much. I think what it is just as a brand, they're not very exciting. But this was a really solid product. I'm actually going to check out Bare Minerals a bit more because I feel, yeah, like they just don't get enough recognition. And they do quite good prices on brushes especially, I've noticed. This I really liked. It's the only product I've ever tried by them. But if this is anything to go by, they do have high quality products. It did make my lips look plumper and bigger. My other store is hand cream. I bought this at Christmas and my housemates sat on it. But yeah, this is a nice hand cream. I really like the smell. It's Moroccan tea hand cream, which is really different and unique. I think the packaging is really cute. It's travel, obviously handbag size friendly. I think it was like £5. It wasn't much at all. It moistened my hands, but I don't think it has any like miraculous recovery sort of thing. It's just something I kind of had. I'm not even sure it's antibacterial, which is what I quite like in hand creams. Sort of like a hand cream and a hand gel, it's blended into one, but this one isn't. Yeah, I think it made me feel nice when it was my hands were dry. I did hydrate them, but only temporarily. I'm not really sure it's a longevity thing, but it's not that expensive and it smells really nice, and it's a really unusual scent as well. Like, I really like it. I'm not sure it is Moroccan tea like. It's definitely something. What's that? Mint leaves. Yeah, I can't smell the lip mint. I can smell like the amber in it, definitely. And lastly, 2 eyeshadow products. We'll start with the disappointing one and then go end with the really good one. This is the, oh my hands are filthy. The Rosy for Autograph. What shade is this? I want to say this is amber as well. Amber shade eye crayon-y stick. I'm really messing this up, but yeah, let me try and show you that colour. It's like a really pretty gold colour. I just didn't really like, I swatched it and I was like, goodness, this is beautiful, but it rubs off during the day. They retail around £12. Obviously it's really pretty packaging. It rubs off, like, you sheer it out and it goes really sheer, which I guess is quite nice, but when I bought it I thought it'd be really nice as like a corner crease colour, and it just didn't really come into fruition. Like, it was just so average. Like, I was so disappointed when I used it. Like, no longevity, pigmentation shed out really quickly, so it was just like a wash of colour, which is fine, but it didn't swatch like that, so that's not really what I bought it for. That range to me was like, some of it I love, that range is so hit and miss. Like, I just think it's so hit and miss. Even within the colours within the eyeshadows, so I'm wearing a different one of their brown ones, and I think that works a lot better. This, however, not great, will not be repurchasing it. And finally, a little Bobbi Brown quad. This is the eyeshadow slate, and I use this for my eyebrows, and it was way too dark, but it was grey enough to use for my eyebrows, which is something I did take from the guy. At the time when I had it done, I had at the time when I had my eyebrows done, I had bleached blonde hair, and I really had dark brows. I mean, my brows are still my brows are always naturally dark, but he really wanted to accentuate that, because I think at the time, like, Rita Ora was blowing up, she had that look, and he was like, oh, it's pretty trendy. I'd probably go a shade lighter, but it did teach me that I had ashy brows, which I didn't really know at the time. And then after using this, when I go back to my old eye pencils, I realised how red they were. So I will always appreciate that guy for teaching me that, even though this was a little bit too dark. But anywho, it's really top quality for eyebrows. Like, he was the first guy to teach me to use, like, also eyeshadow on my eyebrows, and also you could use it as a liner as well, eyeshadow, and it's all round really long lasting, really high in pigment, but also really workable because obviously I can put it on my brows, put it on my eyes, put it on my eyeliner, so you could blend it and just rub it, just do whatever you want with it to make it kind of work for you. So that I will always, I really don't want to throw this away because I feel like it really changed my beauty thing, but I'm moving and I don't have room for crap, so I will throw this away. Oh, so that was my empties video. Thank you if you're still here. I know it was a bit of a long one and it kind of turned into like a review of shit I've used. Anyway, I hope you liked it. Please do follow me on my Instagram, blog and Twitter. Blog, I've just started again. And I'm like really putting my all into it. It's now the summer holidays. I'm also hoping I won't be sick as a lamb for the next one. I feel like this outro is so long, so I'm just gonna say goodbye. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.